welcome to today's video where I will be sharing about Mambe Ambil. If you are interested in plant medicines and learning more about plant spirits and plant medicines, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you will also find in all the links below links to our email newsletter on tribuspirit.com, as well as ceremonies and retreats, deep dives, immersions in the jungle, dietas. There's one coming up soon in September. All of those links will be found in the description box below. I am Shaundra Hyre. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by here. I am a medicine woman and founder of tribuspirit.com, a shamanic shop that works with Indigenous communities, and also founder of my plant medicine church here in Miami, Tribu Church, as well as Tribu Spirit Academy. You can find all the links below in the description. So without further ado, let's get into the spirit of Mombay. Okay, first, let's get into Mombay. What is Mombay? Mombay is primarily comes from the different regions and areas of the Amazon in South America, areas in Colombia, sometimes Brazil, but mostly Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru. This is a very sacred medicine. It is coca leaves roasted. Of course, everything is done in a ceremonial way. This kind of goes without saying when I'm speaking about plant medicines. The coca leaves are roasted over the fire and then ground, much like the way that tape is made, ground into a fine powder and mixed with ashes as well. And coca, as a spirit, is an old, wise grandmother spirit. She, in the areas and regions of Peru, in the Andes, you will, I'm sure lots of you have been there. If not, I highly recommend it. You will find their original traditions is not working with any psychedelic or psychoactive plant medicine. Okay, some regions in Chavin, they were working with Wachuma, but that's besides the point. The traditional Keros were only working with the medicines of the elements, the cosmos, and the spirits of coca. Coca, they look like the leaves look like little bay leaves, and you use 3 of those to offer your prayers to the spirit realm, much like the way that we work with tobacco. So coca as a grandmother spirit, and it is a very, very sacred spirit and plant ally to work with. They work with the coca, just the plain dried leaves that are dried. They help to bring, they chew them, and sometimes there is like this gray activating powder or gum that you can get with it. And you always pray with the sacred medicine, so you set your prayer, your intentions, and you chew it, and then as you chew it, it's like your cow chewing some cud, and then it's on the side of your mouth. The activator that has ashes in it, and sometimes you can find it with some sweetness in Peru, that helps to create saliva in your mouth that will help to break down the and activate the medicine of the coca leaves. So when you're working with Mambe, it is also very similar. The benefits of working with Mambe, this medicine is more of a feminine spirit. She is a grandmother's spirit. She is ancient and wise, and she helps to, Mama Coca helps to open up the throat chakra for communication, heart-centered, truthful, open communication. This is why Mambe is also used in, sometimes you might have heard, sweet word ceremonies, where it's really just a sharing circle, a community of sharing together, working with the spirit of Mambe Ambil. Mambe helps to open up the heart, bring in this heart-centered, truthful communication, speaking our truth. So she really helps to open up the heart and the throat centers. And Mambe also brings in strength, vitality, and stamina. They usually do this while they're working in the fields, harvesting their plants or working with their animals, plowing the fields. I used to live in Peru. My neighbors were farmers, and it's something that you see very, very often. Everyone is either has Mambe in their mouth or is chewing coca leaves. It also helps to, when you're in Peru, it also helps with the altitude sickness. It helps bring focus, clarity, center, direction. And when they're working, it helps to really just be centered and focused. And so when you're working with the spirit of Mambe, please also be mindful of this and really set your prayer and intention, and you can most certainly work with it while you are working. Will help to bring clarity, inspiration, focus, and opening up that throat center. So with Mambe, when you receive yours from us, it will be in this package, and it's 50 grams on the website, tribuspirit.com. I recommend putting it either in a glass, put it in a glass jar. This is plastic, I got it in Peru. And I also got this tiny little spoon in Peru. We have spoons, so I'm gonna get into the other things. So I recommend, always praying with your sacred medicine, putting it in a jar that you can carry in your medicine bag or your purse, however you carry your medicines with you, and also that you can put it on your altar. So you are going to need a spoon with it. We have spoons on the website. There are these really beautiful pearl spoons that you can find. You just go onto the website and type in that little search bar spoons, and our pearl, they're really beautiful pearl essence spoons that we use for hape. You can also use them for your Mambe. So I have my wooden one that I got from Peru, but you just want to take your spoon and dip it in here and get I don't use so much Mambe. I mean, it's all personal what you want to use. I take that much, and it's messy, so be warned. And you want to put it inside like this. And then back here in the side of your gum. It's gonna get powdery, it's gonna feel weird, and dry, and it takes some time to activate your saliva. I always recommend having water with you, and you can fill your mouth up once or twice. I actually usually do twice, and then get your, saliva or your water, get it all kind of like wet in there in your mouth, and you'll get it into like a little ball sitting on the side of your mouth. And then as you go, it depends on, how often you're salivating or drinking water. I tend to drink water. It dissolves a bit faster that way. It just, for me, I am a water drinker, and I like to work with it in that way, drinking water. But you certainly don't have to, and it could last for hours, or it depends on just how quickly the saliva is breaking the medicine down. You will begin to start feeling numbness in your mouth. You'll also start to feel being energized, clarity, focus, and motivation. So always pray with your sacred medicines. Pray with the spirit of, you can call in the spirit of Mama Coca, is what I recommend. Or the spirit of Mombay. Pacha agrees. So that is our Mombay. You can find it on tribuspirit.com and either type in the search bar Mombay, or you can go into the medicine section. It lives in the medicine section on the drop-down menu of the website. Now, I'm going to speak to you about Ambil, because Mambe and Ambil are beautiful partners, plant allies, spirits to work together with. This is our Ambil. You can also find it on the website under Ambil or medicines and Ambil. So Ambil, I will show you, is ground, so it's mapacho. Oh, it's so strong. Ambil is, they traditionally, they are worked with together. So in the beginning when I was sharing with you about how you can, like in Peru, you can get an activator that has ashes and sometimes a little bit of sweetness. This is what Ambil is used for activation, and it's also the masculine component. So these medicines create a sacred marriage and a sacred union together. So Ambil is the masculine. It is ground mapacho, the purest form of tobacco that you can get. Pacha agrees. It's a ground, the mapacho is ground and then boiled with salt and ashes. And it's like a really thick paste. It's very sticky, very pasty. So Ambil is the masculine, the divine masculine, and tobacco in general, and also when you're working with Ambil. Ambil helps to bring in like those masculine qualities. Strength. It's also known as grandfather tobacco. So Ambil and tobacco helps to bring in that masculine energy, the strength, also the stamina, also focus, clarity, but more like this, like this masculine strength. I won't say force, but it's like a presence of like really being here. When you work with Ambil, call in the spirit of tobacco, call in grandfather tobacco. So the Ambil helps to bring, those are the qualities that it helps to bring in, and also helps us to work with our masculine side, bringing these masculine and feminine energies into balance when you're working with Mambe and Ambil. Ambil, how you will administer it, you're going to put it on the other side of your cheek. So I use a toothpick. you can also use the end of your spoon, or you can use your pinky. Like, I don't think I need to show you on my spoon, but you don't need much at all. So you just want to take your toothpick and just get scoop some up, yeah? Like, it depends. Everyone's taste is personal. So I get like this much, and then you want to pray with it. You can then put it on the other side, on the inside of your cheek back here, like, and just suck it. Or you can also put it on your hand here and you can lick it. Depends. Some people, you know, everyone is different. It is very strong. Okay. That was actually way too much for me. I use a lot less than that. So this is a warning, you know, like, Ambil is very strong. Go slowly at first. Like just a teeny tiny little hair of it. And I would actually recommend that if you start, if you're someone who's just new to working with it, I would just put a little bit on your hand and lick it. This way it's also like salivating. It helps to create more saliva in your mouth. So definitely go slow. Tobacco is very, when you're working with it in this way, tobacco is very strong. So you will know if you took too much because you will start to get nauseous and dizzy. If you feel like you've taken too much, just, you know, like, rinse it out with your mouth, drink lots of water, always stay hydrated when you're working with these medicines. These particular two medicines, the Mambe and the Ambil. And always, like, go slow, you know? Our nervous systems are already so out of, just overworked, that when you're introducing a new medicine into your system, you want to just be gentle with yourself. So I recommend going slow. This will last you, this is 50 grams. This will last you, I mean, depending on how often and how much you use it, but this will last you like half a year or a year, depending on how often you use it and how much. So these are so when we're working with Mombay and Ambil, from a spiritual perspective, this really helps to bring in and working with the balance of the masculine and feminine energies, opening and activating that heart-centered communication, manifesting our prayer. Because tobacco and Mombay, grandfather tobacco and the spirit of coca are they're both used traditionally to pray with. So please be mindful when you're always working with sacred medicines, and I hope that this was helpful. You can find all of our medicines now on tribuspirit.com, and if you are interested in ceremonies, I hold ceremonies here from my plant medicine church in Miami. I offer privates and groups, usually like once a month. It depends on my schedule. If you are interested in doing a master plant dieta or working with Shipibo maestros and or in the jungle, there are 5 spaces left for a very small private master plant dieta. It's a 7-day master plant dieta with my 3 Shipibo maestros, September 5th through 11th. in Iquitos, Peru. All the details will be down there in the link in the description box. Please sign up for our newsletter, subscribe to the channel if you are interested in learning more about plant medicines, and also like, comment, share if there's any other information that you would like to know about specific plant medicines that we carry, or medicines that you would like to see us carry. I thank you for stopping by, and send you blessings.